This is Gembrook Cockatoo. And we're away. Monkhorst is in the ruck. And he did win the tap, but it's been sharked. And the Brookers do get the first clearance. They get the ball moving down to half forward to a one-on-one contest here. Just slipping over at the inopportune time. There was Frankie Trott. And now they win it back to the Tigers with that kick flying over the head. And it does go out of bounds on the full. And it will come back the other way for the Brookers. And it's currently in the hands of Hillard, who doesn't have a lot of options to go to at the moment. He's not really too sure, and he's going to retreat backwards for the time being. And they'll try and reload. So Volter's got the ball in hand. He continues to play the switch and all that kick. Bit of a dangerous one, but Schultz picked it up nicely. He can go through the middle of the ground. It just goes wide, and all the kick just falling short there. Might still work out okay. Just Joel Freda couldn't quite take it down. Now it comes back to Hillard, who centres the ball. That's a really good kick as well. Great vision. And he finds a teammate on that occasion, and Callum Bourne. Bourne goes wide to half forward, but he's turned it over, and beautifully read there by Joel Adams. Well, it's not Adams, sorry. In fact, that was Oscar Simpson. In fact, looked like Adams with the red hair. But anyway, now Woori can go through the middle of the ground here. Oh, good tackle. Very good tackle laid there by Frazzetto, and it's going to come back for the Brookers, who've had the territory early. So Frazzetto loads up to the top of the square. Warren provided a lead, but he didn't go for him, and he's turned it over. Straight to the hands of Atchison, it looks like, and they'll go back the other way, and Lindgren on the end of this kick. Lindgren, not a whole lot to go to. He might just kick across goal, and he'll do that. Bit of a dangerous move, but it should work out okay. And he does find a teammate at this occasion, and Angus Smith, who goes to the far side wing. Pretty good vision on that occasion there as well, finding Monkhorst, the vice-skipper. This is Zach, who doesn't have a whole lot of options to go to. And he just chips it further down the line, looking for Basoli, but just couldn't quite stick the mark, and it's a free kick, and this will go the way of the Woori skipper.
So Basoli will gather the free kick on the far wing. Pushes back off his mark, just assessing his options and deciding to just go long down the line. And it's going to be put inside 50 here. It might be taken, but yes, it's been turned over. Is that play on? No. Nice intercepting mark taken there by Weller. Weller goes lateral over to Hillard. Hillard comes down the line, now finding Marshall. Marshall plays on and brings it down the line. It might be taken just over the head there of Trott, and it's helped over the line there by Spencer. So just unable to get that ball moving, coming out cleanly. Both sides probably. Just that last kick inside forward 50 is what's really troubling them at the moment. It's boundary umpire gets ready to throw the ball back in here. No real tap getting done down there, but Monkhorst picks the ball up and barrels it straight into the forward 50. Can someone pick this up cleanly? Going in hard was the Woori. But here come Gembrook Cockatoo as they go on the counter-attack, and they pounce through Schultz. He goes down the line, wobbly-looking kick. No one really in the favour of. Woori mop it up. Can a ball be picked up? But Gembrook Cockatoo have got him on the turnover. Got the handball over here. With the ball now is South, as he tries to get around a few, and Woori managed to mop it up. A few people falling, losing their feet here, Aiden, but gathering back late there and picking up was Weller, who looks to clean it up. And there was a kick down the line. Can a mark be taken? Just a real scrappy footy. No one can really get that clean possession as they bring it into the middle. Tacking it hard there. Look to be Monkhorst on the far wing now. Here come Woori. They put it to the top of the 50. Can it be taken cleanly? Yes, it can. Whistle's been blown. It's going to be a free kick. Going the way of Woori, and taking it there for Woori is Williams. Williams now puts it deep inside forward 50, long in the square. Monkhorst takes the mark. Had a paddock down there, and by the time they noticed he was on his own, it was too late. Good vision there by Williams to get it to Monkhorst, who was working hard to get deep inside forward 50 there.
You don't know how Monkhorst gets that much room out the back, Trent, but he has, and he's got a pretty easy shot at goal.
As they move in, kicks on its way, and it's a goal. Good start here for Woori. First goal on the board for them, for the way of Zach Monkhorst, the vice-captain.
So first goal of the afternoon, going the way of the Tigers. 1-0-6 is the score. Gembrook Cockatoo yet to score. And we've been going 4.5 minutes into quarter number one. So welcome start there for the Tigers. As Trent said, just a bit of a scrappy start to this game. Both sides just putting themselves under a bit of unnecessary pressure, but eventually Woori just finding Monkhorst, who just had an absolute paddock out the back as the ball goes back into the middle. And he will go back into the ruck as well, will Big Monkhorst. So both rucks to do battle once again. Monkhorst on that occasion was up against Shepherd, who's in the ruck, and now Woori might be another opportunity to get the centre clearance, but they're not going to get too far. So take two in the centre, just on top of the cricket pitch. Probably about 60 or so metres from goal for Woori Yallock. So did gain a little bit of territory. So once again, Shepherd and Monkhorst. Umpire just holds it up for a second, then goes. Shepherd to the front. He did win the tap. He tried to go for a second one as well. Now there might be an opportunity to get the handball clear, but they've turned it over. Now Gembrook Cockatoo on the counter-attack. They can go back the other way. Good kick, is it? No, just over the head of the teammate. And Woori have got numbers back. Robbie Allen put on a good little Shepherd there. And now Arnold can kick over the top looking for Basoli through the hands of the Woori Yallock skipper. And now plenty of players surrounding in a big contest.
It's a free kick for a high contact there, Aidan.
Yep.
Just in your blind spot a bit there.
And we'll be going to Joel Adams.
Joel.
Oh, no, it wasn't Adams.
Jordan
Williams.
The
end, it was Jordan Williams. Adams had the ball momentarily, and he's found a target. So this will be a shot at goal here for the Tigers. I think it's Jake Calvert who was on the end of the kick, and it is. So Calvert to line them up from just inside the probably 45-metre arc, I think it is here at Woori Yallock. Not the biggest 50-metre arc. So should be within range of the big fella. And we've got a pretty good look at this one as well. So a good chance for the Tigers to get two early ones and just get a bit of a break from the Brookers. In comes Calvert now. Pretty steady looking approach. Pretty good looking kick. It should hold the line. Yes, it does. He's put it through. So second goal of the afternoon going the way of the Tigers. 2-0-12. Woori Yallock leading Gembrook Cockatoo yet to score. And they're just starting to get away a bit, Trent.
Yeah, finally I'm getting some balls. They're just getting the ball and moving it in there quickly. And Gembrook Cockatoo look to be panicking a bit when they have the ball. And giving away a free kick there was costly. Jordan Williams has started on fire. As we mentioned, one of the best midfielders. One of the best midfielders that's gone around as well. Averaging over the... What did I say earlier? So I turn the page over. I've done it on separate pages. Don't ask me why I didn't just do it on the double page. But he's averaging the 25 disposals and 7.5 clearances. I had to make it hard for myself, didn't I, Aidan?
No, you did, but that's all right, Trent. We got there in the end.
Ball's thrown up here. Tapping it down there for Gembrook Cockatoo with Shepherd. No clear position or clearance can be won there, though. The ball goes to the bottom of the ground. Handball's got it back, and Woori Yallock can go in and attack again. They put it forward. It might be taken. No good body work there by Schultz as he takes the intercepting mark for Gembrook Cockatoo as they look to rebound from 50. Has a look at his options and decides he doesn't have much. He'll just go long down the line. Flying high was Robbie Allen. Unable to hold the mark, but goes back and gets it. Gets a handball out. Gathering it there was Muir. Gets another handball, but Gembrook Cockatoo managed to get it. And it's going to be a free kick. It's going to come back to Gembrook Cockatoo. It's going to come back to them here. And they'll be on about the wing, and it's going to come back to Frankie Trott, who's also started the game pretty well for Gembrook Cockatoo. They've got it just in front of half back in the wing, right in front of the spectators here and right in front of us. Frankie Trott wheels around now, plays on, puts a kick, looking for a target there in Tilly, unable to hold the mark, but goes back in and gets second efforts, handballs over to Aaron Ferrito, also unable to take it, but he grabs it, tries to take it on, he's going to get pinned for holding the ball. And the ball looks like it's going to come back to Mitch Arnold. No, in fact, that was Balin Spencer. With the intercepting mark there, taken by Shepherd, the ruckman pushing back there. Now, kick on the way there was by Hillard there, as they get it on the far wing. Now, Gembrook Cockatoo with their first chance to look and go inside 50. It's a beautiful kick to Tilly, unable to hold the mark though. But Reed Gather Miles Wareham snaps around his body, unable to convert and just goes through for a behind.
So first score of the afternoon there going the way of the Brookers. Currently trailing by 11 points, and Blake Muir wastes no time, but he's turned it over, and Trott awake to it, takes the mark, and Basoli probably just didn't attack the ball the way he should have. And he's allowed Trott an opportunity, and he will line them up from about 40 metres out in a bit of an angle.
Started the game well, Trott.
He has been very good, Trent, and this would just be the kind of morale booster that they'll need, the Brookers. They've conceded the first two goals. And Blakey Muir didn't think it was a terrible kick, but Basoli kind of just stayed down and just allowed Trott the opportunity. So in he comes. And he's put it way off to the left, Trott. In fact, he might have kicked it on the full. He has. So disappointing result there by Trott. Got the intercept mark. So take two here for Woori Yallock. It's once again with Blake Muir, who just goes with the short option to Robbie Allen. He's a good man to have it in his hands. Great user of the football. Bit of a wobbly kick, though, on this occasion, so I've mozzed him slightly, but it might still work out. Josh Neal can get under his control. Paddles it in front of him. He might have turned it over. Now it's a free kick, and this will be a hold. So it'll come back to Neal. A couple of long sleeves out there as well for Woori Yallock. So Josh Neal, who kicked 5 goals the last time we were here, Trent, goes long inside forward 50, and he finds Monkhorst. So he's doing it all at the moment. Zachy Monkhorst is in the ruck and he's gone forward a couple of times. And
Looks like he's doing the ruck work, but then automatically just pushing forward, Aiden.
Yeah, no, I think you're right, Trent, because he was right down to the goal square moments ago, and now he's got a shot here from about 30 out. Bit of an angle to deal with, though, for Zachy Monkhorst, so not going to be an easy kick, but he's going to go and back himself nonetheless. And this is an opportunity to make it 3 goals on the trot for Woori Yallock. Gembrook Cockatoo yet to get any goals, just the one behind, so Monkhorst, in he comes now. Kick looks pretty good. Just offline, so he's put it across the face for a behind. 2-1-13 now are the Tigers, currently leading Gembrook Cockatoo, just the one behind. So Monkhorst 1-1, Calvert 1 goal, and just the one behind there to the Brookers. That going to Miles Wareham. And it looks like it will be Caleb Marshall taking the kick-in duties. And once again, the net, Trent, just not really doing its job as the ball sails over the top, but the ball not too far away here. And Woori have had plenty of time to set up a bit of a wall. And Marshall going to have to work his way through it.
Marshall now has the ball and he's going to look to play on. He does and brings it up the middle, searching for a teammate. Probably just misses it. Went to a 2-on-1, but unable to hit the target. But mopping it up was looked to be Trot. Yes, it was. But here go Woori Yallock again. They get a kick and it's wide in the pocket. Can it might be taken? No, it can't. Kicking inside there was Blake Muir. It's going to trickle over the boundary line for a boundary throw in deep in the forward pocket for Woori Yallock. The umpire gathers the ball now to throw it back in. The 2 rucks get ready to go at it as the ball is thrown up. Tapped there by Woori Yallock. Picking it up there is Schultz. Unable to get a clean kick. Bit of a scrappy ball in the deep in the pocket here for Woori Yallock. So they're just locking it in here. Not letting the ball get out easily to create themselves an opportunity to possibly get on the end of one of these stoppages. Tap down there. Can someone get on the end of this? As Gembrook Cockatoo looked at it. Oh, it could be a costly fumble. Marshall mops it up and cleans it up a bit. Handball out, but that kick is smothered. But they've still got it, Gembrook Cockatoo. They're fighting hard. Ferreto gets a handball moving now. Trot, who's got plenty of the ball early. Kick probably wasn't where he wanted to go, but it's worked out all right. And got a kick over the top here. Looking for Hillard. Isn't going to quite make it. And Woori Yallock's going to mop it back up as they bring it back into the middle. Dangerous looking kick, but it's paid off to Ryan. Ryan gives a handball moving to Spencer. Spencer now just puts a barrel inside forward 50. Kenner might be taken. No, it can't. Gembrook Cockatoo mop it up. They look to pounce through Marshall. Marshall with a long handball. Now decide to go backwards. Here they are now. They're going to switch and use the fat side here as they get a kick looking for Tilly. Tilly goes to fly and takes a nice overhead mark. Tilly then plays on. Nearly ran himself into trouble, but has the sidestep and composure to get around it. And gets a kick over there to Joel Ferreto. Ferreto wheels around, puts it in the kick, looking for Wareham. Wareham attacks the ball hard, unable to mop it up. This was Smith. Angus Smith kicks it. It's a nice looking kick. Finds Coletti. Coletti now on the wing. And a mark is taken there. Mark's taken there by Calvert. Calvert, short kick. Can it make the distance? No, it can't. Just falls a little bit short. Back to Calvert. Puts a high ball into the pocket. Mark this one, he says. Can they? No, it's going to go over the boundary line for a boundary throw in.
Trickles out of play.
And Robbie Allen's already ditching the long sleeves to go with the short sleeves. It's not even quarter time, Robbie.
Only lasted about 10 minutes, but he's decided to get the rig out, has Robbie Allen, and it will be a boundary throw in just inside forward 50, we'll say, for Woori Yallock. 45-metre arcs, and Volta did get on the end of the tap, but he's wrapped up straight away. And we'll have another stoppage. So Calvert doing the ruck duties here for the Tigers, up against Marshall. So a couple of part-time ruckmen doing the work here, and they'll get a free kick, Marshall. So Calvert just tugging onto the jumper. And a bit of a reprieve for Gembrook Cockatoo. So the Woori pressure's been really good at the moment, and Gembrook have faced the full brunt of it at the moment. A long kick, Wareham will fly from the back, but he won't quite get to it. Josh Chili, though, got under his control from about 55, kicks towards goal. He's got the journey, has he? It'll just fall short and trickle over the boundary lines, and maybe not the worst result.
Nah, probably the better result than it being behind, because now they can lock it in there and try and pounce and create an opportunity from this, Aiden.
So it'll be a stoppage in the forward pocket for the Brookers, who haven't had too many looks at the moment, but they will get an opportunity here if they can get a clean tap from the ruck, and maybe someone can find a bit of room. So looks like Miles Wareham will do the ruck duties for the Brookers, and Zach Monkhorst has made his way down to the back line. He on the tap from the back too to Monkhorst. There's a little kick around the body, and it's a goal. How about that? Kick from the pack, and it's home. Didn't really get a great look at it, but it is through nonetheless, and we'll try and figure out who that was in a moment. if he'll turn around for his jumper. But, yeah, the Brookers got their first goal of the afternoon, and a very important one because all the play was going the way of the Tigers, and it is Jesse Pantorno who has put it through. Something from nothing, really, there, and back to 6 points the margin. 1-1-7, Gembrook Cockatoo, trailing Woori Yallock at 2-1-13 as we wait for the ball to come back into the middle of the ground. But very important stuff there because it really was all going the Tigers' way, so a real goal against the flow of players. The ball comes back into the middle now. And they've got another opportunity here. Monkhorst goes backwards with the tap. Plenty of Woori players tracking the ball back, and they might be an opportunity now. Getting the handball away just in time there was Thompson. It's a ground ball now, though. Anyone's ball. Trying to win it at ground level there was Darcy Williams. Handball back to Volta. Volta goes backwards to go forwards. Oh, no, but the ball's gone through the hands of Weller, and now Woori can counter-attack. They can go back the other way. Chip kick just falling short of Calvert. It was knocked away beautifully there by Bourne, but now they've got another opportunity. Getting within 40 metres. Long kick towards goals across the face. Schultz. Oh, he kept it in play dangerously, and he's being pursued by Neil Schultz, but he gets the handball away just in time. They're still in trouble, but now they can get the kick clear. A long kick off the boot there of Callum Bourne. It looks like looking for Dante South to try to burrow his head. Wouldn't win the free kick against Joel Adams. He goes in again. Does Dante South picked up beautifully at ground level there by Williams. Got the handball away, and oh, geez, under all sorts of pressure there is Weller, but eventually, oh no, oh, Lesky spilled it as well. They've got all tax of the fumbles, and now they get the kick clear, but for how long? Robbie Allen tracking it back, and he takes the diving slips catch. And they can go back the other way. Woori under all sorts. Gembrook Cockatoo.
Probably very lucky not giving away a 25. There's Robbie Allen. Puts it down the line to the top of the 50. Can him be tagging Calvert. Goes. Gets his hand up. But able to hold on to it. In fact, it wasn't Calvert. It was Coletti. And he goes in hard again looking for it. But unable to get it. And it's going to be a ball up here. So Woori really applying that tackling pressure. Shows why they haven't lost a game yet and so high on the ladder, Aiden, as the ball is thrown up. Marshall probably got the better of that tap. But who's going to win it? It's Woori shoving the tackle off and getting it back to Spencer. Spencer's kick is smothered there really well by Williams. Williams goes in, but he's tackled straight away. How's the umpire going to see this? He's let this go for a while, but he's going to ball it up. As they give the ball back to the umpire straight away, not passing it to teammates, Aiden. We've learnt that one now. The ball's thrown up. Oh, what a joke that is. Anyways, Monkhorst gets the tap winning there. And a tackle is laid straight away. Just the umpire's letting it go a bit there, Aiden. So not like we've seen, especially in the AFL. They're quick to pounce on it now.
No, different interpretations, yeah.
So the ball's thrown up. Monkhorst looking for the boundary, but it looks of it. But mocking up there is Aaron Ferrito. Gets a kick away down the line. Tilly probably bumped out the ball, but the umpire says play on. Probably a bit unlucky there, but here they go. They can mop it up through Joel Ferrito. Ooh. And they've kept it in place somehow. Tackled probably without the ball. The umpire has seen it too. He's going to get a free kick. And the free kick's going to go the way of Oscar Simpson. Oscar Simpson wastes no time and plays on and brings the kick more into the middle, finding Joel Adams. Joel Adams gets a runner on the back and gives a handball. The kick's probably not great, and Gembrook Cockatoo looked to mop it back up for his Schultz, who started pretty well, but he's under pressure, shrugs that tackle off, did really well then, gets a kick down the line with composure. Here comes Gembrook Cockatoo, kick inside, has found South. South now assesses his options, can put this kick to the top of the 50, get him up and tackle. Here comes Wareham, unable to hold on to it as they look to pounce here, but Woori Yallock pooped it up and they've rebounded quickly here. Haven't got the numbers, looks to be all Gembrook Cockatoo, but Solly makes the contest.
Yeah, it was a hold against...
Schultz takes the advantage, wastes no time, and gets a kick down the middle, and a really good mark taken there by the only goal scorer of Gembrook Cockatoo and Patora. Tora now wastes no time, gets a kick. There's a man out the deck. Can it be taken? No, but it's going to be a free kick. But it's going the way of Woori Yallock, and it's going to go back to Robbie Allen.
Yep, so Robbie Allen in the back pocket. Steadfast in defence, and he chips it off to Smith. So Smith's going to go back to Allen, so they like to use it through him because he's usually a great kick looking for Joel Adams, but getting to the front there was Ferrito, that was Aaron, and the ball trickles out of play, so it'll be thrown back in. Just forward to centre for Gembrook Cockatoo, who are really staying in the fight. Woori have certainly dominated the contest, but only got the 6-point lead to show for it at the moment, so really hanging in there are the Brookers. So Monkhorst gets to the front of this one. Up against Marshall. He wins the tap as well as Monkhorst, but Gembrook got all the numbers. Now, once again, Aaron Ferrito can chip it inside forward 50, but his kick was smothered. Once again, trickling towards the boundary line, and it finds its way over again right in front of the Gembrook Cockatoo bench. So we will have another boundary throw in. And once again, it'll be Marshall and Monkhorst to do the ruck duty for both teams. So pretty good throw in. Both ruckmen side by side, and there's a free kick, and this is going to go the way of the Brookers. So Caleb Marshall will get the free kick. Might just be outside his range. He's searching around a little bit, but he might go back and back himself, which he will. He's being told by his teammates to have a ping, and that's exactly what he's going to do. So he's probably going to have to kick this exactly about 50 metres as Caleb Marshall if he's going to get it home. And this to potentially level the score. So when he comes now, the big man, for the free kick from the ruck contest. And it looks okay. It's just going to drift across. Thought it might have maybe just found its way back, but in the end it is offline. It's another behind, and Marshall just unable to put it away. And Woori Yallock with another opportunity. So Allen not going to take the kick-in duties on this occasion. Looks like it might be Atchison potentially. It's a long kick down the line. Looking for Munkhorst, who's in a bit of a 2-on-1, and once again they win it back to Brook as Dante South gets the handball received, sends it inside forward 50, but he's turned it over, and Josh Neal has found his way all the way in the back line, creates the intercept mark, and he kicks through the middle of the ground. That's a really good bit of vision as well to Ryan. Ryan chips it short, good one. Is it? No, just spilling the mark on that occasion there was Collette. And now the ball trickles to the outer side of the ground, and Schultz has got ball in hand. He can go short with the kick, and he just goes over the head of Frazzetto. Neal tracking it back as well, up against Frazzetto. And we will have a boundary throw in outer side of the ground. And the Brookers just starting to keep this territory a little bit. If they can find a goal, they'll suddenly find themselves in front.
Yes, on the far wing now. This ball looks to be thrown back in. The two ruckmen get ready. Shepard works his way to the front and just thumps it forward towards his goal. But they're unable to get a clean possession here, as it's been for a lot of the plays. Umpire letting it go on. No clean possession. It's going to be a free kick put out of here. It's going to go the way of Woori Yallock, I believe. In fact, it's going the way of Gembrook Cockatoo. And it looks to be going to Patorno. Gets it. Puts it a long kick inside forward 50. Can be taking Tilly out the back, trying to work his way to the front, unable to. Oh, Smith gets a handball, but here come Woori Yallock. They look to pounce here through Arnold, and they get it moving. Neal, short kick. Can be taken? No, spoiled there. Really well done there by Bourne. Ball at the bottom of the pack. Gembrook Cockatoo with Schultz. He's tackled. How's the umpire going to see this one? It's holding the ball, and they've called the advantage. Jeez, they've taken the advantage there, Coletti. Will it work? I don't think it will. Gembrook Cockatoo now can go on the counter-attack for Aaron Ferrito. Has on the far wing, has nothing to go to. Tells everyone, come at me. Corey Phillips does, and he gets it back. Now, short kick, looking for Warren. Can Warren hold the mark? No, he can't, but goes back on the second effort and just bulldozes his way through. Thumping kick to the top of the square. Can it be taken? No, it can't. Trots down there. Good pressure laid there by Robbie Allen. Handball back into space. Muir picks it up. Gets a handball, but unable to take it cleanly there as they go again. Patorno tackled straight away. They've got a chance for Tilly, snaps it around his body. That's a great finish on the boundary by Tilly.
Gee, the pressure there from Gembrook Cockatoo, absolutely brilliant. And so too from Woori Yallock. And in the end, it is a great goal for the vice-captain in Josh Chilly. And suddenly, Trent, Gembrook Cockatoo are in front.
Yes, Woori Yallock's probably dominated a lot of the play. Both teams haven't been very clean. That's probably what's let them both down.
No, they haven't. I think the Brookers have just had the better of these last couple of minutes, though. But certainly for the most of the quarter, Woori have definitely had the dominance, and they just haven't been able to really put that together on the scoreboard. So now the Brookers suddenly in front as the ball's back in the middle. Calvert goes in the ruck this time up against Shepard for Woori Yallock. Shepard picks it up. Goes backwards once again to Aaron Ferrito. And now they can go forward on this occasion, looking for Trott. Can he get it under his control? He slaps it forward, looking for Frazzetto. He's in a one-on-one against Blakey Muir. Now it's anyone's ball once again as it just trickles away. Frazzetto once again gets under his control, but his handball probably wasn't the best. Didn't really advantage any of his teammates. Trott goes hard once again. And now Woori trying to get the kick clear, but it's smothered and finds its way over the boundary line. So a boundary throw in just outside forward 50 here for the Brookers. He'll suddenly really finding some ascendancy in this game. So what will happen? So Cody Basoli's just found his way down to half back as well, who started forward. He's been pretty well checked as well, Basoli. So Shepard in the ruck up against Calvert. Shepard to the front, just got a little fingertip on it. Dante South crashing the pack. Basoli gets a handball away. And now they can get the ball moving forward, Woori Yallock. But for how long? As they've turned it over once again. Getting the kick away just in time there was Sproul. But his kick was turned over. Now they come back the other way. Ryan with a little handball. But it was turned over once again. And they're just under all sorts here now, Woori Yallock. Gembrook Cockatoo really bringing the fight. And we'll have another stoppage outside the wing. Is it? No. Boundary throw-in, in fact. So just forward to centre for Gembrook Cockatoo. Woori just edging it forward. but not doing it easily. Gembrook were really meeting him at every contest. As the ball comes back in, Shepherd to the front of the contest, but Calver gets rid of him. He just takes it out of the ruck and sends it forward, looking for Josh Neal, but he's in a 2-on-1. He just got a little push in there on Schultz, and he's taken the mark as well, but he's played on it. I don't think he thought he had the mark. Marsh, inside forward 50, and don't tell me again, Monkhorst out the back. How's that happened for a second time, Trent?
Yeah, and it's deep into the last quarter too. Gembrook Cockatoo, if this one goes through, will be kicking himself to allow them to get one late quarter. But Monkhorst looked to pass it off there.
He did, so he'll go back and take the shot now, will Zachy Monkhorst, but yeah, very interesting, the Gembrook defence on multiple occasions, and he will have to take the shot now as the siren's just gone here at Woori Yallock. Just ticked over 25 minutes, so Monkhorst goes back. This to get the Tigers the lead back going into quarter time, in fact. In he comes. And he's put it across the face. So scores are all level at quarter time in the outer east match of the round between Gembrook Cockatoo and Woori Yallock. 2-2-14 apiece it is here at Woori Yallock Recreation Reserve. A pretty tight contest it is at the moment here at Woori Yallock Recreation Reserve. So Marshall against Monkhorst in the ruck. Monkhorst goes early. Marshall probably in the end getting the better of that tap. Lindgren just won it back as well. He quickly flicked the handball across to Thompson, and they go through the outer side wing to the Tigers, and Williams just outmarked his own teammate there. So Geordie Williams now just goes short with the kick. Probably wasn't the best bit of use, but they might still be able to get out of trouble here. The Tigers now back to Thompson. Long kick towards goal is across the face, and it just sneaks through for a behind in the end. So big build up there for the Tigers, but just unable to get the score on the board. So 2-3-15 now. Woori Yallock currently leading Gembrook Cockatoo just by the solitary behind 2-2-14 as the Brookers can bring the ball back into play. Long kick down the line. It's a high one as well. Tilly's going to park himself underneath it. Nearly took the mark, but Sizeword had just coming in from the back with a spoil. And Tilly just taken over the boundary line with a bit of force. So it'll be thrown back into play. Big stoppage here as well. So Woori just at half back at the moment. Half forward. In fact, it's Gembrook, and Marshall just gets rid of Monkhorst, takes the ball out of the ruck. A long ball down the line. Adams. It wasn't Adams, in fact, sorry, I think it was Smith who had to park himself under, and it was Brave as well. He handballs back to Blake Muir, who wanted to go for the switch. Now he goes onto his non-preferred left, and he gets the kick away in the end. He did find a teammate in Arnold, but he certainly put himself under pressure. So Arnold, not really too sure where to go. He could have gone the short option to Sizeword, but he goes much further afield on this occasion, and Monkhorst got it. Is it paid? Yes, it is. So he got the one hand to it and then took it in. And Zach Monkhorst might go back and have the shot here. It's a pretty tough spot he's got to go for. He's going to kick the ball at least about 45 metres. Anyway, Monkhorst, he wheels around, so he will have a go at the goal. Starts at left, and it's not coming back. It's across the face. And another behind. So a couple of early scores here for the Tigers, but not majors. 2-4-16 the Tigers, leading Gembrook Cockatoo. 2-2-14. We're going 2 minutes into quarter number 2.
They look to bring the ball back in here. Gembrook Cockatoo decide to just go short and find Hillard. Hillard comes short, looking for Marshall. Monkhorst looking to spoil it, but Marshall's taking it and didn't appreciate the treatment he got on the way through as well. And Marshall's gonna push back off his mark now, debating if Monkhorst was still on the right mark. The umpire tells Marshall to get on with it. It's Marshall now. Kick. And it's a nice looking kick, and he finds Sproul. Sproul now gets a runner out the back, but unable to take it cleanly. Campbell over the top. It was Weller.
High contact.
It's going to be a high contact free kick coming back to Weller, who's told to play on. Sidesteps around the player on the mark, then kicks it down the line. Flying was Robbie Allen, unable to take it. Tilly unable to hold the mark as well. Chasing after here, Aaron Ferrito. Can he pick it up cleanly? No, he can't. Joel Ferrito's there as well. Tries to get a handball out, unable to. Smith goes in hard. Angus Smith, and he's tackled. The umpire not looking to do much here as they get it out now. Gembrook Cockatoo, and a nice clearing handball there done by Walker. They get a kick inside 450. Can it might be taken by Wareham? No, it can't. And it's going to get out the back, and they're going to steady and get it to Muir. Muir now. Deep at half back. Assesses his option, not much to go to. Brings it back in the middle. Dangerous kick, and Wareham intercepts.
Ooh.
Not the person you want with the ball in hand here, Miles Wareham. Very accurate kick in front of goal. Averaging over 2 goals a game this season.
Yeah, dangerous decision there to kick across goal, Trenton. You're right. It might cost them one.
So Wareham now will line up. Going for his motions. Taking his time now. This kick to put him back in front. Wareham begins his approach. Kick looks probably a bit offline here, and it's just going to stay there. And it's going to go through for a minor score for Miles Wareham.
So a couple of behinds for the Gembrook Cockatoo big man, and a bit of reprieve there for Woori Yallock. So Blake Muir with the kick in duties for the Tigers, and he goes along with this kick as well. Plenty of height to it as well. Neil might fly from the back in the end. It was Calvert who went up. He couldn't take the mark. Now Neil gets the ground level ball, and he's gone, holding the ball. He took him on. And the umpire right there, so he's going to pay it. And he's sore as well. Neil, he's hit his head, and this is not what Woori Yallock need, Trent, because Taylor Gibson's already out of the game, and Josh Neil looks in a very bad way. So the trainers have come out.
It was Callum Bourne who chased him down as well.
Yes, that's it.
So looks like he's hit his head on the turf on the way down.
So the umpire's going to call for the ball back. So
I don't think you can be calling dangerous tackle there. I think this one's a bit unlucky.
No, you're right. It was unfortunate. It wasn't an overly forceful tackle. He did really everything he needed to do. It wasn't a hip drop. He didn't sort of have a second motion. But yeah, unfortunately, Josh Neal is he's running off though, so that's a good sign. He's not going to...
They'll have to test him though.
Oh, 100%. They'll need to make sure that he's going to be right to continue on for the game.
Be 15 minutes?
Yeah,
would they follow the same rules, 15 minutes?
They're meant to follow similar protocols. There have been some controversy in local football because they don't have the same sort of resources, but he will need to go through a test nonetheless because he definitely hit his head and he was quite sore. So anyway, not a great kick though, and they might have turned it over here. So probably worked out in the end there for Woori. Even though Neil's off the ground, it just kind of took the sting out of Gembrook Cockatoo. Basoli gets the ball in the middle of the ground. He handballed to Atchison, who was under all sorts of pressure. Now the Brookers can go back the other way. That handball just getting away in time. Tilly wanted to give it to Pantorno, but he couldn't. Now he goes much further, and he's found Wareham.
That's a beautiful kick by Tilly.
Great vision there by Josh Tilly, and Miles Wareham will get another crack. So he is sort of tucked away in the pocket, though. And the Gembrook big man, he's got an opportunity here to put him back in front. Kicked a couple of behinds so far, so doesn't need to go back and kick this one. As Trent said, averages over 2 goals a game. He's been very good from the last couple of years as he can line them up. Really using the full use of his 30 seconds as well as where he begins his approach just now. It's very slow and deliberate as Wareham comes in, and this time goes way far out to the right. And he's missed again, Miles Wareham, so just the 3 behinds at the moment, and scores a level, 2-4-16 apiece. And Blake Muir once again with the kick-in duties.
Blake Muir now will want to regain his team after the missed opportunity he had before. Fortunately, Miles Wareham was not able to convert, flying high there, but Angus Smith's going to get it at the back, but he's tackled straight away. Woori Yallock still have the ball now. They get it moved inside 450, but it's turned over and taken by Marshall. Marshall wheels around, brings it back inboard, looking for Bourne. Bourne takes a nice mark. The Bourne now has a look at his options and comes laterally and brings it to the far wing. Can the mark be taken? Flying high there, Gembrook Cockatoo was to Kemper. But it's going to be a free kick coming back to Simpson. And he brings it wide, finding Harvey Smith. Smith down the line. Mark is taken there. In the hands of Cody Basoli, the skipper. Wheels around, gets around the player on the mark, looking for Monka? No, sorry. They're looking for Williams. He's mixing all his time from midfield and forward. Probably with that shorter, with Taylor Gibson out too, so they need to play that extra person down there forward. He brings it inboard. They've left the player all out on his own here. Smart decision there by Williams. Puts a player back in, probably a bit further out, but more confident position. And it's now in the hands of Kane Thompson, the vice-captain.
Yeah, seen a few of the Woori midfielders, Trent, go forward. We've seen Cody Basola, the captain's done a bit today as well, as Thompson lines up.
Thompson now will line up. Has a bit of an arc when he comes around. That kick is going across the face. And it's going to be a minor score to Kane Thompson as they look to bring the ball back into play.
So Weller, just heeled for a second, thought he'd overrun it, but he does in the end take the mark. So goal kicking accuracy not been a feature so far in this second quarter. Both sides missing fairly gettable opportunities. Hillard long down the line looking for the vice-captain till he gets to the front and can't hold the mark, but the umpire reckons there was a bit of high contact against Robbie Allen. So they can continue to build Gembrook Cockatoo. Tilly, not really too happy with the options he's got, so he'll wheel onto the right boot. Long down the line, Wareham in a one-on-one to the front. He's taking a good strong mark as well, Miles Wareham. He's getting his hands on the ball. Just hasn't really impacted the scoreboard greatly just yet. But his kick might be turned over because Frito couldn't quite take the mark. Plenty of players. Smith, can he get the handball away? Yes, he does, just in time to the skipper and Basoli. Atchison under pressure. Goes back to Basoli. Basoli thought about March. His kick was smothered. Wareham taking in a dumping tackle and it goes towards the boundary line. Oh, they're into it as well, Wareham and Basoli. He didn't like the treatment, Miles Wareham. But anyway, he goes down to the forward line because that's where he'll be needed most. So a boundary throw in front of our commentary position here as well. So Shepherd back in the ruck up against Monkhorst. Shepherd to the front. Probably just got the better of that tap. Oh, gee, Monkhorst dumped to the ground as well. Some ferocious tackling out there at the moment. Woori try to press forward. Well, I got the spoil in just in time. Plenty of players surrounding the contest. Angus Smith in the area. Hillard got the handball away just in time. Weller, just getting it away as well there. It looked like Williams. And now the Brookers can press forward. Looking for Trott, but he couldn't quite take the mark. The kick was over his head. Blakey Muir, dangerous handball to Atchison, who's under all sorts of pressure once again. Muir. Handballs across, inboard to Sizewater. Gets it away just in time to Joel Smith. He can run now. Takes a couple of bounces, chips it out short, and his kick just falling short of Ryan. Was he taken in the tackle? No, umpire calls him to go. He might have got held there. And eventually the out-of-zone umpires picked it up. So the free kick will go to Ryan. Got a few options. Goes short once again. They're really making it hard for themselves. Woori Yallock, long kick. Will favour Schultz, and he'll take the mark. And they can rebound. Can Gembrook Cockatoo.
Gembrook 2 looking to come through for the rebound after the turnover there in the hands of Schultz. Decides to go back from where it came from, looking for Trott, unable to hold the mark. As Woori Yallock put it back into the forward 50 by Muir. But a scrappy looking kick. Schultz goes in back and gets it. Handballs it straight to the Woori Yallock player. Kick is smothered though. Going in there, Woori Yallock. Weller goes in hard. He's going to get a tripping free kick coming back to Weller. So Weller will get it in the back 50 here. And plays called back on as it's come lateral to the far side. They're looking to build it up. Now they've got it in the hands of Hillard. Hillard has a player in short. Can it make it? Yes, he held it in Michael Bourne. Good strong hands there. Cody Basoli was chasing him down hard to apply the pressure. Now Bourne just puts it down the line, looking for Tilly to fly. Tilly stays down, gets the crumbs, swabs like a few tackles, gets it to Ferrito. Ferrito gets a handball out.
Oh, no,
and they kicked it the wrong way. What's going on here? Anyways, Williams goes in hard, gets a handball out. It was a good kick, just to the wrong way. And it's going to be a tripping free kick going back to Gembrook 2. So they get out of this one for now.
Oh, no.
But getting around that tackle really well there was, in fact, Ryan. Gets a handball out. Ryan gets it again. Tackled straight away. Umpire says play on. The other umpire says high contact.
Oh, gee, that was an interesting... Well, not an interesting decision, just a complete brain fade there. Trenton, Woori, you might get a goal from one of the Gembrook players going the wrong way.
Oh, Jesus, Aiden.
Oh, you feel for him. Just one of those heat of the moment things. He forgot which way he was going, and Woori going to get a golden opportunity here through Ryan, I think it is.
So Ryan lines up. He'll finish his kick from about 35-40 out. Kicks looks pretty good, and it's good. It's a goal. So an interesting way to get a goal there, Aiden, as Jack Ryan kicks his first.
So Woori get a goal from a Gembrook Cockatoo, clearance of all things. And goal kicking accuracy, as I say, hasn't been a feature in this quarter. And 13 minutes in, we do finally get one. Woori just get out to a 7-point lead, which, the way things have been going, is a handy little one because only the one goal so far in the second quarter, just the 5 for the game, and the ball comes back into the middle. Shepherd back in the ruck for Gembrook Cockatoo. Monkhorst still doing the duties for Woori Yallock. As both rucks go at it, Monkhorst wins the tap, try to get it down to Williams, but Josh Tilley can get it under his control. He fends off that man there, and Spencer goes inside forward 50. They can get one out the back. Pantorno got the handball to Wareham. Wareham kick towards goal, and he's got it!
Do you know what I always say, Aiden? Third time's the charm.
That's it.
He's kicked his first from his third shot.
Actually, I think that was his fourth shot. He's already got 3 behind.
He's got 1 goal 3.
He's 1 goal 3, yeah.
Got him down. Oh, well... Now that's just gone in the water, hasn't it?
I'm sorry, Trent. I know the old saying, you don't let the truth get in the way of a good story, but but no, important one nonetheless from Miles.
You're right to do the rest of the quarter, yeah? trying to throw me out like that. I was proud of that too.
No, it was a good one. It was nearly a good one, Trent, but that's all right as the ball comes back into the middle. So
Bloody
Gembrook,
Essendon supporters getting all cocky now. That's what it is.
we'll probably get done tomorrow, mate, but that's all right. We need a loss probably sooner rather than later to keep us in check, but the ball comes back into the middle now. And it's all happening at the moment. An instant reply there for Gembrook Cockatoo. Woori had to work really hard for their goal. The Brookers got it within about 30 seconds as Hillard goes in very hard. Can't quite win the ball out, though. Huge numbers around this contest. And the umpire just letting it go, and he's going to have to come in eventually and call for the stoppage. I love the banter between you and I, Trent. It's always good fun. It keeps us on the ball as they go again. And I think it was Monkhorst who just got the better of that tap, crashing the pack. On that occasion, there was Harvey Smith, but he just ran past it at the end. Marsh is going to track it back as well. He snuck forward as well, Alex Marsh. Big flies around the contest. Bourne gets the handball away. Hillard gets it under his control, sells the candy, got the handball away just in time too. Shepherd to Volta. Volta as well got the handball away. Low spearing ball for Assetto. Probably dropped one he should have taken. And they might just see this over Gembrook Cockatoo, and they do. So a couple of interesting decisions there once again, but as I say, very tight game. 1 point the difference at the moment. It's a boundary throw in right in front of our commentary position.
So ball to be thrown back in. Monkhorst and Shepherd to go at it. Ball thrown in. Monkhorst gets to the front position, then taps it towards the boundary side as they get the handball over in the hands of Williams, and he just harrows it over the line, and he's helped over the line as well on the way through by Darcy Williams. Didn't really look to want to keep it in there, Jordan Williams. So ball looks to be brought back in here by the umpire. Ball's thrown in now. Again, Monkhorst looks to work his way to the front position, just uses his strength to push it out. Gets a clearing kick out of the stoppage as well. Chasing hard after this now is Thompson. Gonna get a handball out to Harvey Smith. Smith gets around that one, gets a handball out the back. And they've done that well. Get a handball out to Brad Arnold, and he puts through a goal. He's first for the day as well.
So we go back to a 7-point margin for the Tigers. 4-5-29 Woori Yallock. Currently leading Gembrook Cockatoo 3-4-22. And they've been pretty hard to come by goals, but suddenly the gates have opened just a little bit for both sides.
Really good clean and good composure there by Harvey Smith to just get the hands out before he was going to get tackled, to make sure the hands are out there, ready to get the handball over to another player running past.
Absolutely spot on, Trent, and that's been a bit of a tricky thing for both sides because the tackling pressure has really been there, and Josh Neal does come back out onto the ground, Trent, so it's really good to see for Woori Yallock. So he has passed the concussion test, and he will go again as the ball's back in the middle. Monkhorst wins the tap. Basoli wrapped up on the tackle. Sorry, it wasn't Basoli, it was Williams who was wrapped up on the tackle right away, and it will be take two on the centre. So both rucks to do battle once again. Shepherd can't win this one. Getting the ball under his control was Collette. Kicked it over his head and he's turned it over. And Gembrook can rebound. Dangerous kick though, and Collette might have mopped up his own mistake. Going in hard was Balin Spencer, and they all slip over. And now here they go, Gembrook Cockatoo. Long kick down the line, coming off the boot of Marshall. Looking for that man there in Joel Farida, but it was just over his head. Ball heads towards the boundary line, and they're happy to see it over to the Tigers. So the Brookers looking for that instant reply once again. It'll be a boundary throw in. About 70 metres out from goal for Gembrook Cockatoo. So once again, Shepherd and Monkhorst to do battle in the ruck. Monkhorst looks to get to the front, but in the end Shepherd finds his way there, but it's Monkhorst who does win it from the back, and there's a hold. That's a free kick to the Brookers. So it'll go to Shepherd, so he's given away a couple today as Monkhorst in the ruck. Anyway, Volta gets the handball. Low spearing ball inside forward 50. Wareham! Got it on the chest. It was a beautiful bit of service there from Damien Volta, and that's what he can do by foot. And Miles Wareham has an opportunity to kick goal number 2 and once again get the margin back to 1 point. And he's directly in front, about 35 out. So he has had a few troubles in front of goal today though, Miles Wareham, so he does need to make sure he's on target here, as his side needs him to be firing. In he comes. Once again, a really slow, deliberate approach, which is usually what you see from Miles Wareham. A couple of stutter steps as well. He starts at left, and it stays there. So another behind for Miles Wareham. He's 1-4 now, Trent, going into half-time.
This ball to be brought back in here for Woori Yallock. So it'll be just over 18 minutes gone in the second quarter. Good mark taken there by Basoli. In the middle of the ground, he gets it. Plays on and finds Harvey Smith. Can he hold the mark? Yes, he can. Good strong mark taking the top of the 50 by Harvey Smith. Here you go, Woori Yallock. They get a kick inside forward 50. Can it might be taken? Monkhorst has walked down deep there again. But great spoil there by Shepherd by the looks of it. This is Angus Smith now gets a handball over the top. And they work it back. This is in the hands of Spencer now. Spencer puts it to the top of the square. Can it mark be taken? Yes, it can. But it's taken by the Gembrook Cockatoo. Really nice, strong mark by Michael Bourne. And waste no time to get it moving. In finding Joel Ferrito, the far side of the ground. Joel Ferrito now. Assessing his options. He's told to play on and has to come backwards to Schultz. Schultz now works it over to the other side. Back to Bourne. Bourne now trying to assess his option. Gets Schultz running around the back. Goes for a bit of a run. Then decides to kick it down the line. Looking for Hillard. Flying high there. Was in fact Spencer, but unable to. Hillard takes the mark. Then flying there was Tilly. Unable to hold the mark. Gets the second effort. Gets around one player two. They get to kick back inside forward of the ground. Really nice kick there to Walker. Walker gets it to the upside of the ground, but it's turned over there and in the hands now of Mitchell Arnold. Mitchell Arnold now moves it over to the other side. In the hands now of Joel Smith. Smith moves it. And it's going to be a downfield free kick as well. But Woori did have the ball anyway, so it's not going to affect them much. And the kick, they're just building it up nice and slowly here. This is in the hands of Joel Adams. Adams now brings it inboard, finding Lindgren. Lindgren now for a little bit of run. Kick inside forward 50. Who's there? Neil's there. Moves it. Gets his opponent out of the way. Does really well. But I know hold the mark. Could have probably got a high contact free kick. But the umpire said no. And it's going to be a ball up. But in a really dangerous spot here for Woori. And it's a dangerous spot here for Gembrook Cockatoo as Monkhorst gets in a bit of a push and shove there as well. Not happy with some treatment. As he's getting ready to go up in the ruck as well.
Oh.
There goes my seat. The ball looks to be thrown up here. Monkhorst works his way to the front. Can they get a goal out of this Woori? Ball's at the bottom of the pack, fighting hard there. And a kick out of the pack, and it's a goal!
Arnold.
It's Arnold. He kicks his second. He's got the last two. So Brad Arnold's kicked 2 in the quarter. 2 in about 5 minutes, I'd say, Aiden.
Yeah, he's just...
Let me just gather my seat.
Starting to create a bit of an impact as Trent just gets his seat back up onto its legs as he's knocked it over.
This is what happens when you're 5 foot nothing. You've got to stand up to be able to see everything.
Oh, there we go. The ball comes back into the middle of the ground. It's not the first time it's happened this season either that Trent's lost his chair, but that's all right as the ball comes back into the middle. Woori just getting a bit of breathing room now because pretty low scoring game, so a 12-point margin certainly quite welcome for the Tigers. Gembrook, though, just if they can find one more goal before half-time, we're a couple of minutes into red time. So actually I found out, Trent, last week that the reason we're having these short quarters is because we actually only do 18 minutes in time on, so that's the reason for that. So we're already a couple of minutes in. Yes, there we are. No, it caught me by surprise.
That's strange.
Yeah, no, it is. I don't really know why. I mean, senior football, you've got plenty of time. But anyway, down the line goes the kick. Woori once again pressing forward. Can someone win out the back? No. Getting onto it, but being tackled straight away was Williams. And receive a free kick for holding the man. So just continuing on too much with the tackle. And Volta just kicks across goal. Finds a teammate. Handball up the line to Weller. He's under a bit of pressure, but he gets the handball away just in time to Lesky. Lesky did that pretty well. And goes back to a teammate in Bourne. Long kick down the line. And oh no, Adams just couldn't quite complete the mark. And it will trickle over the boundary line. It will be thrown back into play. Forward a centre now for Gembrook Cockatoo. Do need to try and get another goal before half-time. Just to try and keep the margin in check because it's only 12 points, but in a low-scoring game like this, can be quite tricky to navigate. So anyway, ball's thrown back into play. Monkhorst to the front. It is one, though, once again from the back, and this occasion by Shepherd for Gembrook Cockatoo. Ball comes to ground level. No one can really win it cleanly, and we will have another stoppage. Once again, about 70 metres out from goal for Gembrook Cockatoo. So it doesn't look like Miles Wareham is on the ground, or maybe that might be him there and Atchison at half forward. He hasn't had the best day in front of the stick so far, but now here's an opportunity for Gembrook Cockatoo. Long kick over the head of Tilly. It might go all the way. In fact, no, it's just touched on the line. So good defensive work there by Woori. And they do repel a goal because that was on line. And they will hold off now. But this long kick out of the defensive 50. Monkhorst from the back against Dante South. They can continue to press. Can Woori. Long kick finds the chest to Calvert, but he spilled it. Probably could have taken on the chest, but didn't realise the pressure was a bit far away. Calvert now onto the left boot with a short chipping barrel, and it's turned over, and Braden Weller creates the intercept. And they can go back the other way. He's got a few options ahead of the ball, and he finds Shepherd. Shepherd might give it back to Weller, and that's exactly what he does. Weller sells the candy beautifully on Alex Marsh, and then goes short, but he's turned it over. And Blakey Muir can send it back the other way.
Muir with it on the wing now here. 23.5 minutes gone in this quarter, so it's not going to be long to go before the siren goes, and he decides to just send it long inside forward 50. Can it might be taken? No, it's spoiled, but chasing after Marshall. He's got himself deep in the forward line here, but gets a handball out the back. It's going to be a goal there for Woori Yallock. Created something from nothing there, and it's going to go to Alex Marsh.
So Marsh, the defender, don't see him usually getting forward too often, and he's taking his opportunity to kick the goal, and Woori just starting to kick away a bit here before half-time.
So, yeah, they've pushed out to, what's that now?
17 points.
17-point lead now.
So very handy lead for the Tigers in what has to be sort of pretty low-scoring game. And Alex Marsh is, as I say, snuck forward, and he's done a really good job there, put the ball through out of the pack. And the ball comes back into the middle now as Monkhorst and Shepherd will do battle in the ruck once again, Trent.
So the ball's going to be balled up here, not long to go in the first half. Monkhorst wins that tap. Can they get the clearance? Chasing hard is Williams. Unable to get a clean clearance there, though. It's going to be a free kick. It's going to come back the way Woori Yallock. So they might have one more chance. Going to go to Angus Smith. Smith now brings it wide and short. Finds Thompson. Thompson immediately plays on. Then puts a high kick inside forward 50. Can it might be taken? Neil flies. Unable to get the front position. Works around one. Gets the handball out the back, but it's turned over. Now in the hands of Walker. Walker dumps it forward, but it's turned over. And now in the hands of Atchison. Atchison has a runner out the back in Saswada, and he gets a kick, but he turns it over to Sproul. Sproul now will just ease it up, slow the play a bit down. It was a bit chaotic there from both sides. So Sproul now just assesses his options and decides to come wide to South, but he's missed the target. This could be costly, but South looked to tap it on, didn't quite work, goes back and gets it, tries to get around one, gets a handball over to Marshall, who's tackled straight away there by Calvert, and the siren has blown to end the half.
There we go. So that is half-time here in match of the round between Woori Yallock and Gembrook Cockatoo. Trial by 17 points, and we're back in the middle as both rucks do battle. And the ball comes to ground level. Smith just couldn't quite take it cleanly, but he gets Hillard in a strong tackle, and it will be take two in the centre. So once again, Shepherd doing the ruck duties up against Zach Monkhorst. Monkhorst just gets rid of him. His tap was nearly sharked by Ferrito. And, oh, gee, that's a strong tackle laid there on Thompson. Absolutely bulldozed, and we will have another stoppage in the centre square. So they do battle once again. Monkhorst getting to the front. He probably got one around the neck there, but the umpire calls him to go. In goes Smith, so too Volter, and he got a handball away to Lesky. Long kick inside forward 50, looking for Frizzetto. It just fell short of him. Atchison gets it under his control. Got the handball away just in time to Adams. Now they can go Woori Yallock through the outer side of the ground. A long kick's a pretty good one, but no mark can be taken. Now Gembrook Cockatoo's turn to counter-attack. That's a really good ball as well to Pantorno. Handball goes inboard. Here they go. Long kick from outside 50. Is across the face. So disappointing result there. Was a pretty good build-up, but in the end, the kick there, I think it was from Walker, just not quite getting online. And another behind for Gembrook Cockatoo. So 3-7-25, the Brookers trailing Woori Yallock 6-5-41 as ball's brought back into play by Muir. Basoli nearly got under his control. South breaks the tackle, kicks towards goal. It looks pretty good. Is it coming back? No, it's touched on the line. In fact, it stays in, so... Eventually it is taken over, but geez, that was nearly a really bold bit of play there from Dante South that paid off, but the kick just falling short. It's rushed through for a behind. And Blake Muir once again with the kick-in duties. And doesn't have a whole lot to go to. Long kick down the line. Calvert parks himself underneath it, and he takes a good strong mark as well, Jakey Calvert. And he's got plenty of options down the line. He wastes no time looking for the captain in Basoli, who had to fly, couldn't quite take the mark, and Basoli lays a strong tackle on Bourne. And we will have a stoppage just forward to centre now for Woori Yallock.
Comes back into play here, so I had it turned down for my poor crackle. But yeah, it comes into play, ball up here. Monkhorst gets the front position and wins that tap down for Woori Yallock. Tackle about the ball was Hillard. Umpire doesn't see it, so they get to go on the counter-attack here through Volt to the skipper. They get the handball over to Ferrito. Ferrito puts it inside forward 50. Wareham comes at it, but intercepting. Atchison unable to hold the mark completely as they go again, and they switch. It's a good-looking kick. It's going for Rossetto, but he's unable to hold it. Goes back to try and get it. Unable to pick it up cleanly. Going in hard there as all was Walker. It's going to be a free kick going back to Woori Yallock. It's going to come back in the hands of Oscar Simpson. He goes lateral. Finds a teammate on the far wing. He brings it in shorter and finds another teammate, Jack Ryan. Ryan now Brings it in. Nice looking kick in the hands of Joel Smith. Smith assessing his options. Or Neil even. Brings it in. Side forward 50. Can it might be taken? No, it can't. And Gembrook Cockatoo look to mop it back up here. As they do, they look to come rebound off 50 and they send it back where it came from. Can they get a different result this time? No, it can't, because it's a really nice strong mark taken by Joel Adams. Wanted to go straight away but didn't have much on, so decides to go in short. Finding Thompson. Thompson plays on, puts it inside forward. Did he found something he's like, and it's held on?
Calvert it is.
Calvert. Good strong mark, good lead there. Got on his bike and got himself into space, and good vision there by Thompson. So Calvert, although he hasn't done himself much justice because he's put himself in a bit of a tight position here. It's going to take a really good kick. Distance won't be a problem. We'll probably finish this at about 35 out. So off the boot now. Doesn't quite make the distance, as I said, but it's a nice strong mark taken there. I think that's Brad Arnold again.
Yeah, looks like it.
Kick 2 in the second quarter. He's going to line up for number 3. Good things come in threes.
Yes, you're right, Trent. And it's a good opportunity for him. As I say, it was probably the difference. He started to hit the scoreboard in the second quarter when no one else could, and he's got a good opportunity here.
Just like his number says, he has 2 at the moment. He's about to make it 3. Arnold comes in, number 23. Begins his approach. Kick there, looks okay, and it's in. He's got 3.
Like that call from you, Trent. Started with 2, on to 3. 21-point margin now for Woori Yallock as well for those who are tuning in. 7-5-47 is the score. Now leading Gembrook Cockatoo 3-8-26. And they've got to get the next one, the Brookers. The lead starting to get away from them. So good finish there from Brad Arnold. I think he is the only multiple goal kicker on the ground so far with 3 goals. All singles for both the Brookers and the Tigers. As we wait for the ball to come back into the middle of the ground now. And it does. So once again, Monkhorst in the ruck for Woori. Up against Shepherd. Shepherd gets a little second go at it. Volta was dispossessed. Lindgren sends him forward. It's a pretty good kick, and here he is again, Arnold. He's got it. And he might just be within range, Brad Arnold. Does he back himself in? He's darting around a little. His eyes are darting around a little bit, I should say, but I think he is going to back himself in. So, kicked his 3rd goal just moments ago, and he's going to line up again. Man of the mark's right on that arc of about 45 metres, so he's got to kick it about 50. Arnold, in he comes now. This to make it 27 points and really put Gembrook Cockatoo out of it. Long kick. It starts left. It's working back. Has he got the journey? No, he doesn't. I think it's just fallen short, and it's been taken over the line for a behind. The Gembrook defence doing everything they needed to there. And they take it over to safety for the time being. But still another score nonetheless for Woori Yallock. That's a 22-point margin as well. Up with the kick in duties. Goes long. Looking for Tilly, who's got to get up. But Robbie Allen did well. Got the fist in. Marsh taking on the tackle straight away. Blakey Muir has to jump over the top of him. Got the handball away. Here's the captain, Basoli. Chips it short and Neil's got it. Fantastic bit of play from Woori Yallock. Good counter-attacking play. And the Tigers once again with an opportunity in front of goal. And it's Joshy Neal, who hasn't hit the scoreboard just yet. Got a golden opportunity here, though. He's only about 20 metres out. Bit of an angle to deal with. He kicked 5 goals the last time we were up here, Trent. And he's got an opportunity now for goal number 1. In he comes. And he's put it away. A 28-point margin for the Tigers. 8-6-54. Woori Yallock now lead Gembrook Cockatoo 3-8-26. And they're getting away now. And Gembrook, well, Trent, they've got to get the next one.
It's really key for him to get the next one.
Very important it would be. And Woori really just got all the momentum at the moment, all the play. Winning the territory battle as the ball comes back into the middle of the ground. It is 28 points and just straightening up in front of goal now too are the Tigers. Gembrook not doing that. And that really is the difference of the margin. 14 scoring shots to 11, but as I say, 28-point margin as the ball's back in the middle.
As the ball comes back to the middle now, ready to be balled up. Throw it up there. Monkhorst just uses his muscle, pushes his way out of the way, and then grabs it out, and then sidesteps around our play and delivers it beautifully to Basoli. Basoli now. Cessny's option. He's going to get a 25-metre penalty for going over the mark. He pointed at it, and he's got it as well. So when he comes, he'll put him into really good range here. He'll probably finish his kick from about 35 out, and virtually directly in front as well. So this one will really hurt Gembrook Cockatoo if he can convert here. As our old friend would say, good time for a captain's goal.
Yeah, that's it, Leo.
But decides to pass it off and finds Joshy Neal. Could get 2 in about a minute here, Neil.
Yeah, as Leo used to say, the captain's goal that only can be kicked by captains, which is, you can't really argue with that logic. But yeah, Joshy Neal will take the responsibility of the shot at goal now, Trent.
Neil now pushes back for his mark. Obviously had that head knock early in the game. He's come back on and he's really started well in this second half. Neil comes in. Can he do like his number says in the back? Get 2. Kick is coming back. Not quite enough. Just for a minor score for Josh Neal. As they push the margin out even further, Woori Yallock putting their dominance on their game here. They look to bring it back in here. Gembrook at 2. Trying to assess where they can go. Nothing really there, so they go short. Can a mark be taken? Nearly a mark taken there by Phillips. Now he'll take it cleanly. Dives on the ball. How's the umpire going to see this? He's going to bowl it up. So Woori Yallock again applying the pressure as they have all game. As the ball gets thrown up. Good battle here, Marshall and Monkhorst. Monkhorst gets the tap down. They get the handball out the back. It's in the hands of Angus Smith. Kicking out of stoppage. It looks online. Not going to quite make the difference. And getting back there is Bourne. Bourne now. Kicks it down the line. Guess who? Arnold.
This is Mitch this time.
But Mitch. Can he join the other Arnold on the scoreboard? Distance looks to be worrying him, so he just sets it to the top of the square. Can it mark be taken? Flying high, but intercepting that looked to be Bourne again. A couple good intercepting marks taken there by Bourne. Comes wide to Phillips. Phillips wanted a runner in Weller, but unable to get out into clear space. So he decides to go to the opposite end of the ground and finds a teammate on the other end of the ground. As they found it's in the hands of Ferrito. Ferrito goes short to Schultz. Schultz now assessing his options. They're just not providing enough run for each other, so they're going to have to come back to Bourne. They'll have to come back to the other side to Weller. Weller comes in short. Can a mark be taken? He was looking for Lesky there, but it's turned over. Chasing after is Harvey Smith. Already has one. Puts it on the boot. Centering kick to Neil. No, they can't hold it. And it's going to go over the boundary line for a throw-in. So they've trapped it in their forward line here, Woori Yallock.
Yep, so it'll be a stoppage in the back pocket for Gembrook Cockatoo. It looks like Alex Marsh there, actually. Trent was just walking past our van and was icing up his arm or something, so I don't think he's going to take any further part in the game. So that's a interesting one we'll have to take note of. But, yeah, it is a stoppage, and, yeah, all the play at the moment is Woori Yallock. Gembrook Cockatoo under siege at the moment, trailing by 29 points, and the desperate defence of the Gembrook Cockatoo doing everything at the moment. Plenty of numbers around the contest. And they get a kick clear for the time being. Can they get a mark? No, they can't. That young man there kicking inside forward 50 was Simpson. He couldn't quite find a target. They've still got it though. Monkhorst sells the candy around one, got the handle away. It wasn't the best one. Smith onto Blake Muir. Kick around the body. Has a bit too much on it, but he's found a target nonetheless. And this will be a shot at goal. And it looks like it'll be Geordie Williams, who's tucked away into the pocket. Distance will not be a problem by any means, and it looks like he's going to back himself in on the drop punt. So he's not going to run around the body, is Williams. In he comes now. This to make it a 35-point margin. Really get away from the Gembrook Cockatoo Football Club, and he's put it through. No trouble at all there for Geordie Williams. He kicks his first of the afternoon, and it is now a 35-point margin. So Gembrook really got to get this next goal. It is really starting to get away from him now. They fought really hard in that first half, but it's all starting to unravel now as the Tigers are kicking away. It's a 35-point difference, and the ball comes back into the middle. So once again, Shepherd got the ruck duties for the Brookers. No, it's not. In fact, it's Marshall, and he will be up against Saki Monkhorst.
I think it was Jason Lingren who kicked that goal. Number 17, because Geordie Williams is in the middle now.
Anyway, we're back in the middle once again. The tap is one down, and all beautifully done by Tilly. Read the bounce of the ball beautifully. Gets the kick away looking for Trott, who does get it under his control, but then he was tackled instantly. He'll go in for a second effort. Trott gets a kick away, gets it inside forward 50, but cutting it off once again is Oscar Simpson. Just throws the ball onto that left boot. He might have found... Oh, a big fly, and a mark is taken. Fantastically done there by Tilly. Read it beautifully, sends him back inside forward 50, looking for Ferrito and Joel, but no mark can be taken. Basoli applies the pressure, and now it's going to be locked up, and it should be a stoppage inside forward 50 for Gembrook Cockatoo on this occasion. So what can they do here, the Brookers? I think Wareham's going to take the rucking duties, is he? He is. He doesn't win the tap, though. Monkhorst just smashes it forward and might find Lindgren, who can lay a good strong tackle right away. Gets him to ground level. And they gain a bit of territory to Woori Yallock. In fact, umpires called them to go, and they will go Woori Yallock. Balin Spencer's got the ball now. Handball's over the top to Harvey Smith. Gets under his control. Got the handball away once again, and it eventually finds its way over the boundary line. And it will be thrown back into play over the far side of the ground.
So ventures over to the far side of the ground, our favourite part of the ground, Aiden. Binoculars are in full tack now as they look to throw the ball back in. Monkhorst goes at it with Marshall, wins the tap, and they get the kick moving forward through Smith. Smith looking for Neil. The bounce doesn't favour Neil, but Woori Yallock moving numbers, and they get the handball up to Neil, using his opposite foot, gets it over the top. Can it might be taken? Hillard goes, but it's punched out of his way there by Ryan. It's tackled. Umpire took a while to blow his whistle there, but it's going to be a ball up inside the forward 50 of Woori Yallock. So ball is balled up. Win that tap there, Gembrook 2, and they get the clearing kick for Schultz. For Zetto, comes at it hard. Unable to hold the mark. Tackle is laid straight away. Again, the tackling pressure, Woori Yallock, but they're going to get the free kick, Gembrook 2, for a high tackle. So it's actually going to come back to them. So this could be a chance for them to bring back some momentum, get a goal. Because it's not fully out of them. If they get a couple quick goals, they could be back in it. As they get through Williams. Williams puts it inside 450. Wareham comes at it, playing in front, but he gets it out the back. Kicks on its way towards goal. Looks to be offline though, but it's going to go over the boundary line for a throw in, and they can lock it inside forward 50 and try to create a chance from this forward 50 stoppage. As let's try not lose the chair this time, Aiden. As the umpire goes and gathers the ball to be thrown back into play now. Ball's thrown back in. Monkhorst again makes his way to the front, gets the tap down. Muir picks it up. Cheeky looking kick, looking for Arnold. It's going to just trigger over the boundary line, and it's come into the crowd, Aiden.
No, not a bad result, that as well. That was just good composure there from Blake Muir. Didn't really panic. He did have some heat coming his way, but that's what you love to see from your young star. So it's a boundary throw in right in front of our commentary position. Monkhorst up against Marshall. As Woori just getting the ball out of the defensive 50 quite nicely there. Monkhorst wrestles for the front, and he's going to receive a free kick for a hold. So they can continue to press Woori Yallock. Starting to get numbers back. Monkhorst just happy to go short to Lindgren. Lindgren, not 15, said the umpire, so they've got to go Woori Yallock. Long kick down the line to a 2-on-1 favouring Gembrook Cockatoo, and Bourne parks himself under it. Handballs back to Schultz, and they're going to switch it up here. The Brookers, no, they're not. Schultz gets away from Neil, goes back to Bourne. He's under all sorts of pressure. Well, Schultz, oh, gee, they've made this very hard for themselves, Gembrook Cockatoo. There's a free kick. And it is going to go the way of the Brookers, so they get out of jail, and Schultz once again decides to handball. Long kick off the boot of ball, up and under. Adams parks himself underneath it. That was a little bit too easy for Joel Adams. Had no heat coming, and he kicks into the middle of the ground. Dangerous one, but it works out pretty well because his teammate there didn't have any pressure coming to him. That was Arnold as well. Mitch Arnold goes out wide with a kick. Now through the outer side of the ground they go. Oscar Simpson goes for a bit of a run, stops, props, then goes onto the left boot. Long kick inside forward 50, and Schultz for Gembrook Cockatoo takes the intercept mark. And they can reload. Handballs out to Weller. Weller kicks across goal dangerously. And Neil's got it. Oh, dear, oh, dear. Just some interesting decision-making here from Gembrook Cockatoo. And Josh Neil had his name written all over it. And he can go back for goal number 2. And he can potentially make this a 41-point margin for Woori Yallock. I just don't know what they were thinking there, Trent.
Yeah, interesting. Costly chances here now.
Imagine if Lair was here right now, Trent. He'd be pulling his hair out, whatever's left of it. So anyway, Neil, I think he might be going with a check side here, and he is. And no problems at all. Low trajectory ball, but it's right over the goal umpire's captain. In fact, it nearly knocked it off. But in the end, it is a goal. It's a 41-point margin now for Woori Yallock. 10-7-67 to Gembrook Cockatoo. 3-8-26. And this is a massive mountain to climb now for the Brookers, as we're about to tick into red time in this third quarter. 7.5 minutes have gone as the sun pokes out now as well, Trent.
It's good to see.
Yes, that's it. It's been pretty cloudy all day, and those clouds up in the sky are very dark. But we have avoided the rain nonetheless, which is good as the ball goes back into the middle.
This ball's been brought back into the middle now. Umpire throws it up. Taps thumped, not even a tap, thumped out by Monco's, but sharked by Tilly. Gets a handball out and he tries to get it back for the 1-2. And they will take it cleanly. Going back and getting it is Spencer. They link up for a couple of handballs here. They look to put it down the line, but unable to do so. Has it gone on the full? Yes, it has, and Weller's going to retrieve it to bring it back into play for Gembrook Cockatoo. And he goes backwards to Hillard, who's fumbled it, unable to hold the mark. Could this be costly? Tackle laid on him. Is that holding the ball, Aiden? Umpire says no. Ooh. So Gembrook Cockatoo might be able to escape it here.
Oh, that
if he's not chased down, and that he is.
That's ball.
That's holding the ball. Yep. Great chase down tackle. They get it moving forward. They spot a player free. And that they have in the skipper Basoli. Basoli just goes short over the top and found... Is that Arnold again?
I think it might be, Trent. Let's have a look. He'll turn around in a second. But once again, Basoli...
Already has 3.
Too unselfish. Needs to go for that... It's Mitch Arnold, in fact.
So he's just pushed himself forward. Now, he didn't like that one Arnold was getting all the glory. So he's like, I'll join him.
That's that brotherly rivalry, isn't it, Trent?
So he's pushed himself forward here and he's going to line up. Hasn't kicked one today. So Mitch Arnold lines up. Kick looks across the face and stumped over the line by Weller. So it's going to be a rush behind there.
So 42 points the margin now. So we wait for the ball to come back into play. Long high kick on the boot. Parking himself underneath it is Shepherd, but Robbie Allen brilliantly taken out the backhand. The Woori faithful absolutely love it. Stalwart of the football club. And a very good player as well. And he sends it back inside forward. 50. Calvert can't take the mark. Here we go. Neil at the back. His kick is offline. Oh, gee, look at that bounce, Trent. That was unbelievable. That was a Murray-Litheran off-spinner, but just didn't quite come back in the end. But it's 43 points the margin now. And it is 2-2 for Josh Neal as the ball goes to the outer side of the ground. Long kick down the line. Trot in a 2-on-1. Against him, and now where he might be able to go back the other way once again. Here is Munkhorst. Got to deal with a bit of pressure. Gets the handball moving forward. They're going to go backwards to go forwards, Yallock, and that might work out okay. Atchison on the end of the kick goes across to Robbie Allen. He's got Mitch Arnold as well open. Doesn't want to use him. He wants the 25-metre penalty. None forthcoming. So he just goes into the middle of the ground. Pretty good kick as well. And Geordie Williams on the end of it. Williams. Short. Good one to Harvey Smith. He'll send him inside forward 50. Neal in the area. Backtrack. Probably shouldn't have done that. But a mark is taken nonetheless. And it looks to be Jake Calvert, and it is. And he's got the opportunity to make this a 49-point margin. So just the one goal for Jakey Calvert. So another target up forward for Woori Yallock as he tracks back, and he'll probably have to kick the ball probably about 45 metres. Man of the mark. Couple of metres inside forward 50 is Braden Weller, so he'll have to kick from probably just on the paint, maybe just inside Jakey Calvert. Not much angle to deal with. As 21 minutes have now elapsed into quarter number 3. In he comes. And he starts it left. Is it coming back? It's not going to make the distance. And there's a bit of confusion here. What is going on?
It's going to be a free kick, going to go to Neil Holding.
There you go. So very interesting there. So Josh Neal tucked into the pocket. He's going to have to run around onto the right to kick this one. Basoli calling for it. He just didn't spot him in time, and now he's been checked. So Josh Neal, how does he extricate his way through this? Got to quickly and swiftly get around onto the right boot. He doesn't look super confident, Joshy Neal, but shot at goal's going to have to be the way to go. Randy goes, and he puts it through. No troubles at all. Just got to back yourself in, son. He puts it through. It's a 49-point margin now. 11-9-75, Woori Yallock leading Gembrook Cockatoo 3-8-26. And it is really starting to get away from the Brookers now, Trent.
Yeah, it really is, Aiden. Woori Yallock piling that lead with that 49 points now.
Yes, that is. Yep, 75-26 is the score here as the ball comes back into the middle.
Ball's back into the middle now. Monkhorst and Shepherd to go at it. Ball's thrown up. Monkhorst probably got the better of that tap, but unable to go very far as the tackle's laid straight away on the Woori Yallock player. And the ball's going to be thrown up again. So Monkhorst versus Shepherd. Monkhorst again wins the tap. Williams goes in hard, tries to get a handball out of Basoli. Unable to do so. Shepherd goes in, gets the ball at ground level. Gives it off to Weller, looking for Williams. But doing well there, Spencer. Gets a handball to Robbie Allen. Robbie Allen brings it back into the middle of the ground. Now they put it inside forward 50. Can they get it? And bopping it up here. Now at the back. Shrugs around one, gets around another, gives a handball out even further. I can't even see who that is. But it's a goal. In fact, it was Jack Ryan. He's kicked his second.
There we go. 55 points the margin now, Trent. 12-9-81. Woori Yallock leading Gembrook Cockatoo. 38-26 it is, in fact. And there we go. Another multiple goal kicker for the Tigers.
23 minutes gone as well, so not long to go in this quarter.
No, certainly not. And yeah, it is probably a bridge too far now for Gembrook Cockatoo.
Oh, yeah. Oh, unfortunately.
Yeah. No, it was a good fight in the first half, Trent, but starting to get away from them now.
It'll be Monkhorst and Shepherd to go again. Or, in fact, yeah, Shepherd. Tilly's gone in the midfield. I thought he was lined up for the ruck there. But ball's thrown up. Monkhorst again wins the tap. Getting it down and running it out. There was Thompson. Gets a handball out and they put it back in through forward 50 through Spencer. And that's beautiful delivery. He's delivered that into the hands of Calvert, who's kicked the one. He'll line up for his second. He'll finish his kick from about 40 out. Not much angle to deal with. And they're just piling on the goals here. They were a bit inaccurate earlier. But now, what's that? How many goals this quarter now is that, Adam?
They have kicked 6 goals.
Would this be 7 if this goes in? Because I think it might. Oh.
Just offline.
Would that been 7?
That yes, that would have been 7 goals, Trent. And
they come in now. They look to bring it back in to play. Gembrook Cockatoo. So 12 goals, 10-82. Woori Yallock to Gembrook Cockatoo's 3 goals, 8-26. And they bring it back into play, looking for Weller. They find Weller at half back.
Well, they've doubled their score actually this quarter, Trent. They were 6-5-41 at half time, and they've kicked 6-5-41 in this quarter.
There you go. You can see how much they put the foot down here. Ferrito fumbles it, but goes back and gets it. Fumbles it again. Tackled without the ball. Umpire says play on. Tackled again. Here's the tackling pressure again by Woori Yallock. You can see it on full display here. Umpire finds something, blows the whistle, and I think it's going to go to Gembrook Cockatoo, and yes, it is. As they push back off the mark in the middle of the ground. Doesn't know where to go, not much to go to, so just goes wide to South. South pushes off his mark as well. Again, doesn't have much to do, goes short down the line, but just misses the target, and they can mop it back up. But here they go again. They get a handball. Gembrook Cockatoo. Can they get a chance to get a goal here? Put inside 450, looking for Wareham. Just through his hands. Umpire says play on. They work their way back here. This is in Arnold's hand. Arnold tucks it on his arm, has a bounce, has 2, has 3. Then gets a kick away down the line. Over the head, though. Probably a bit disappointing kick but to Hillard, but it goes through his hands. But they go back. Ryan fights hard. Did really well. Phillips picks it up, and there's the sign to end 3/4 time.
So a bit of a reprieve for Gembrook Cockatoo in defence. And kick across goal to Weller. Works out okay for the moment. Weller looking for Schultz, and he'll get it to him as well. Schultz got a couple of options up ahead. He's not pulling the trigger just yet. Now he just chips it down the line. And no mark can be taken. Trot got to the front position, but it was spoiled. Here comes Mitch Arndt. Oh, bang! Straight into Hillard, and Hillard will happily see it over the boundary line. He was met with a strong tackle there from Arnold. And we will have a boundary thrown in front of our commentary position here at Woori Yallock. So Monkhorst going to go up in the ruck, and Shepherd's got to quickly get back. Boundary umpire not waiting. So back in it goes. Shepherd to the front, but it was Monkhorst who won it from the back, but it was beautifully shucked on that occasion by Williams. But now they've run themselves into trouble. Thompson beautifully got it away to Muir. Here's Geordie Williams from about 50. Kick towards goal.
Beautiful.
Is home. Great finish there from Geordie Williams. He's got another. And Woori Yallock continuing to kick away here.
If he kicked 2.
I think he has.
Oh, I've got him for
That's what I've got. That's all right. And now it is a 62-point margin here for Woori Yallock. 13-10-88. Woori Yallock currently leading Gembrook Cockatoo 3-8-26. And plenty of work still to do for Gembrook Cockatoo. It's probably a losing cause at this stage, but certainly still some percentage to maybe gain back if they can get a couple of late ones as the ball comes back into the middle.
Ball put back into the middle now. So the lead just piles on. 62 points the margin now. Woori Yallock will stay undefeated this season. So the ball's thrown up. Monkhorst again dominant in the ruck today. Gets another tap down. Gembrook to shark it, but then is met in a tackle by Williams straight away. And they're going nowhere, so it's going to be another ball up in the middle of the ground. Ball's thrown up. Monkhorst again thumps it forward, looking into the path of Smith. Smith just bowled it over. Picking up there was Williams and got a handball out. Weller goes in and gets it. Gets a handball out to Shepherd. Shepherd gets a handball out there to Bourne. They look to go backwards because it'll be a high contact free kick. The umpire says yes, and it's going to go back to Hillard. We'll get a free kick back at half back. Brings it in short to South. South now in the middle of the ground, just in front of centre half back. Again, goes short down the line. Can a mark be taken? It's a really... Oh, I thought Wareham had it for a second. I was going to say really strong mark to Wareham. But no. Could that be in the back? No, it's not. Angus Smith goes in and gets a handball out. South sharks it. And it's a tackle lay, and the umpire's going to ball it up in the middle of the ground again.
There we go.
So, it's going to be a ball up here. In the middle of the ground. It's where it's spending a lot of the play the last minute or so. This ball's thrown up. Shepherd probably got the tap there. Umpire says free kick, high contact. Looks like it's going to go the way of Woori Yallock. Yes, it is going to go to Monkhurst. So it must be in the ruck contest against Shepherd. So Monkhurst will get it now in the middle of the ground and look to send the Woori Yallock forward. Instead, he goes short, misses the kick to Williams. Williams pushes the other Williams in the side as well. But then here comes Gembrook Cockatoo Revolta. Gets a handball out to Wareham. Wareham puts it inside forward 50. Can a mark be taken? Tilly! Tagging the mark. Nice strong overhead mark there by Tilly. He'll line up from about 35 out. He's been a good presence down there all day. He's worked hard, Tilly's mixed his time through forward and in the midfields. Worked hard, I thought. Aiden's hit the one. What have you thought of his game so far?
No, he's been very good, Trent. It's been a tough day for Gembrook Cockatoo, but he's shown why he's a vice-captain, Trent. He's really stood up for him today in what's been a tough performance.
Tilly will line up. He deserves a second goal here. So he walks in. Gets his approach. Kicks off the boot.
Ooh.
Oh, don't think he scored. Unfortunately, he's put it out of bounds on the full.
Oh dear, yeah. So, disappointing.
Unlucky there, but Woori Yallock looked to bring it back in. It's just unfortunate. You go for all the momentum, you work that hard to take that mark, and you go back and do that. You'd be spewing with yourself, wouldn't you?
No, you're absolutely right, Trent, and that's right. He did the hard part, took the contested mark, and yeah, just didn't really connect with it well at all. There's a little conference here. The goal umpire and boundary umpire just want to double check that it was definitely out of bounds on the full. It looked like it was pretty clearly wide here, but obviously they're a bit closer to it than we are, so just be a slight hold up in play. As that's what the confusion is. So for those tuning the live stream, for those Yarra Valley FM, we're just having a little conference here between the umpires as they try and figure out whether it's a point, whether it's out of bounds on the floor. I don't think it really matters at this stage, Trent. They may as well. Yep, it is confirmed to be out of bounds on the full. So Robbie Allen will take the kick duty here. He was the closest anyway, and I think he's turned it over. And Miles Wareham takes the intercept mark. They probably wanted him on the end of this kick, but he's going to have to try and spot someone up inside forward 50. He just goes for the low trajectory ball. No mark can be taken. Blake Muir gets it at ground level, got the handball away, might have been turned over. Here we go, Ferrito misses. So it's across the face. So it's a 61-point margin, 3-9-27. They are now Gembrook Cockatoo. And Joel Ferrito just couldn't quite get that one online. And Blakey Muir will take the kicking duties on this occasion and just chips it short. That's a good kick to Harvey Smith. Smith just shorts it once again. And once again, happy to go through Muir. Down the line they go, Blakey Muir once again. Oh, in a bit of trouble, Woori Yallock. Williams gets the handball away, but he's missed his target, but it found another player in the end, so it'll work out to go Volta now. Got to pick it up in the middle of the ground. Can do just that. A long kick to half forward, but now they've got all the numbers back to Woori Yallock. Geordie Williams gets it under his control. Handballs towards the outer side of the ground. Now they can press Smith into the middle of the ground. Neal's got very far up the ground. Smith again. This is Harvey Smith and turned it over. So Bourne. Callum, I think it was, doing beautifully on that side of the ground, goes to Michael, but they've got trouble once again. Mitch Arnold laying a good strong tackle. They've got the numbers here, though. Schultz has got it now for Gembrook Cockatoo. Where can he go? Long down the line. Big fly needed here from Jakema, and he gets up and takes the mark. So Jakema chips it down the line. He might have turned it over. He's kicked to a 2-on-1, not favouring Wareham, but he's done pretty well there, the big man. Just couldn't quite win it in the end. But you couldn't fault the effort. This will be a stoppage about 80 metres from goal for Gembrook Cockatoo.
As they look to bring it back into play here, ball's thrown up. Williams going up in the ruck this time. And he gets a kick forward. But they look to bring it back in Gembrook Cockatoo and they bring it to Volta. Volta gets it back to Weller on the half-back on the wing. And Ferrero just bumps the player out of the way there, but working hard back there was Simpson. But he's tackled. As the umpire going to see this, he says play on. The umpire spotted something here. It's going to be a free kick. It's going to go the way of Gembrook Cockatoo. So, by the looks of it, is it going to Tilly? He looks like to be walking back to the mark.
Yeah, I think it is. The way he's walking back, it certainly looks like he'll be taking the shot, Trent. So we'll get another opportunity after that miss from a couple of minutes ago.
So I'm just assessing. In fact, it's going to go to Ferrito.
There we go.
Aaron Ferrito, that is. He'll line up. So I think we've gathered Aiden Michael Ferrito might be playing a lot of home games.
Yeah, possibly.
So for Aaron Ferrito lines up. Pretty straightforward kick, and he puts it straight through. That's his first goal for the day. He has kicked it behind. 1 goal, 1, but good for good measure. They worked hard to get that one down there. He's had a couple of chances this quarter. They have been really good, except probably the third quarter, Aiden.
Yeah, the third quarter's really been the difference, wasn't it? And as I say, Woori kicked 41, or scored 41 points in those first 2 quarters and then doubled it in that third. So, no, you're right, Trent, it really has been the difference, and it can be the difference. If you don't show up for even just 1 quarter in a game of football, it can really take the game away from you, and that's what happened to Gembrook Cockatoo here today. Trailing by 55 points, already 9 minutes into the fourth quarter, so yeah, time really not going to be enough for them. All they can really do now is just get a couple of consolations, trim back the margin just a little bit, protect the percentage, because that's probably all they can do at this stage. Woori, a very, very good footy side, though, and they'll go to 8-0 at the end of the day. Narre Warren have already confirmed to go 8-0 as well. They're well ahead of Berwick Springs, so when those two sides play, Trent, that'll be an absolute belter of a game, and I look forward to that one. That should be, unfortunately...
Ball taking is a little bit longer to get back.
Yes, it has. So once again, the net not doing its duties down there as it flies over, and we're back in the middle. Monkhorst wins the tap, gets it down to Basoli. Basoli nearly lost it, but in the end, gets onto his right boot. Long kick inside forward 50, looking for Calvert, who can't quite take the mark. It'll spill to ground level. Smith gets a handball away. Thompson to Williams. Kick towards goals across the face. Just couldn't get it on target there, Geordie Williams, but he's been pretty busy in the second half. So 56 points is the margin at the moment. 13-11-89, Woori Yallock leading Gembrook Cockatoo 4-9-33. As 10 minutes have ticked over into the final quarter. Lights are on here as well at Woori Yallock. It's getting very dark. Just waiting for the ball to come back, and we will get play resuming in just a couple of moments. So not quite sure he's got the kicking duties down there for Gembrook Cockatoo, but ball comes back in, a long kick to a contest. Miles Wareham's got a lot of work to do here. Couple of flyers from the backboard, couldn't quite stick it. Woori really trying to press. Wareham did really well to win the ground level ball, but his handball's been turned over. Williams back to Monkhorst. This is Zach. Kicks across goal, and that's a really good bit of vision as well there from Zachy Monkhorst. Spots up a teammate and Balin Spencer. He goes inside forward 50, and oh, the umbrella's just got me there, and dear oh dear, that was not what I needed. And oh gee, I was absolutely battling there. Trent, my vision was completely taken away from me. I don't know who's got the ball, and
that's in my blind spot.
Yeah. So we do have a shot at goal here.
Might be Arnold.
We're going to have to... here we go. So important shot at goal here, this. Get the margin back out to 62 points. I'm absolutely rattled here, Trent. That was not what I was expecting, and it's across the face from behind, so gee. All right, there we go. So 57 points the margin. The things you've got to contend with in commentary, Trent, you think it's super... They think it's all super easy, but when that happens, yeah, there's not much we can do.
As the ball beats ball back in, Volta has it now in the middle of the ground, centre half back. Volta tries to assess his options. And brings it wide to Bourne. Bourne has the ball now. Right in my blind spot, but he goes backwards to Schultz, who was good in the first half, probably faded away a bit later in the game. Now, Schultz brings it long down the line. It's a mere free kick. It looked like it'll go to Gembrook Cockatoo. I thought it might have been Robbie Allen for a second, but it looked like he was the one doing it. Now, they look to bring it back in. They just go, oh, geez, scrappy little kick, but it might work out all right to Ferrito. Ferrito brings it back inboard and finds a teammate in the middle of the ground, and they bring it up to Weller. Weller worked hard from halfback, but scrappy looking kick down to Ferrito. Unable to do so, but they get it to Spencer. Spencer links up for a couple of handballs, gets it wide. Joel Adams now just thumps it long down the line. Can it mark be taken? Yes, it is, but it's Hillard for Gembrook Cockatoo. Hillard, beautiful looking inboard kick just over the head of Sproul, but they go back and get it. Ferrito, handball over to Wareham. Wareham tackle, chase down. It's hold the ball. Great chase down tackle. Great chase down by Harvey Smith there. Smith brings it wide to Muir. Muir. Kick down the line, looking for Basoli. Good mark. It's been paid. Basoli brings it back in ball, but interesting looking kick there. Don't see that often from him. But tackle straight away. Williams gets it. Tries to go back to Basoli. Misses the handball. Chased by Trott. And Basoli is helped over the line there. It's going to be a boundary throw in. Just over near the Woori Yallock interchange bench. As they look to throw it back into play. Does the boundary umpire. As ball's thrown back into play there. Winning the tap there. Looked to be Tilly. Getting the handball out was South. Now thumping it long there was Bourne. Callum that was. It's going to be a free kick and it's going to go the way of Woori Yallock and it's going to go back to Coletti.
Is that Collette?
Collette, sorry. Collette brings it wide looking for Robbie Allen, but he's kicked it a bit too far and it's going to go out of bounds on the full. So gathering here is Volta. The ball magnet picks it up. Look to bring it back inside forward 50 and he puts it long. Who can go? Miles Wareham is there. He flies. Unable to hold the mark. Going hard was Joel Smith. Pushed out of the way. Couple of tackles are laid there. No real clean possession being won. The umpire's probably going to have to just blow his whistle here. He lets it go, but he's blown the whistle now. He's going to bowl it up.
Stoppage inside forward 50 for Gembrook Cockatoo.
40.5 minutes gone in the quarter.
Yep, that's it. Rallying pretty good here are the Brookers. Going well and truly away from them, but not letting it get too far away now. Blake Muir tackled straight away. Did he have prior opportunity? The umpire's right there, and he's pinged him. So this will be a shot at goal for the Brookers. And I think it'll be the skipper, Damien Volta, as well, who will take the duties. So a good bit of pressure there from Volta. And he'll line up from about 45 metres out. Bit of an angle to deal with. And got a nice view of it from our commentary position here, so Volta can come in. Been pretty solid today, Damien Volta. Goes out to the right a little bit. The kick goes towards the left. And it doesn't make the distance. Pantorno chases after it, and the ball trickles over the boundary line. And it will be thrown back into play. So a couple of moments and play should resume once again. 15 minutes gone into the final quarter. 57 points the difference it is at the moment for Woori Yallock, who've been very good today. And back comes the boundary throw in. Tapped into the corridor for Gembrook Cockatoo. They might be half a chance here if someone can pick it up cleanly, but Muir off the ground has turned it over, so it'll come back here through Phillips. Phillips might, in fact, back himself in for the shot at goal here, and he will. So not too happy with his options forward. No, he handballs round the back. Here we go. Hillard. Long kick into the pocket. Can someone fly? No mark can be taken. Kick towards goal is there.
No real celebration being had, though.
No, exactly right. So we'll find out who it was in a moment. It was a good finish.
It was either Pantorno or Tilly.
No, I think it's who was running through the middle of the ground here. In fact, he was getting all the high fives. We'll find out in a moment. But now 51 points down, you certainly, probably got more things to worry about, I suppose. But no, it was a good finish nonetheless. And Bourne, number 99, apparently is, I'm not sure that actually is Callum Bourne, but that's who we've got down in our team sheet nonetheless. He has kicked the goal and the ball's back in the middle, Trent.
Ball's back in the middle here. Ball's thrown up. Gembrook Cockatoo win the tap there. So ball's at the bottom now, bit scrappy ball again. They fight hard with Soli's there. Gembrook Cockatoo managed to mop it up. Is there a high contact free there? Yes, it is. And it's going to come back to Callum Bourne. It's a high contact free. Gives a handball to Volta. Volta just sends a high ball inside 50. And an intercepting mark beautifully taken there by Williams. Jordan Williams, that is. He's pushed himself deep in the back line. Looking for Harvey Smith. Can he hold the mark? No, he can't. Chopping the arms. No, umpire says play on, but he goes in and gets it again. But then he's pushing it his way and puts it out of bounds in the full. So Volta again will bring it back into play. Assessing his options, where to kick to. Decides to come short and finds Callum Bourne. Bourne now. Not much to go to, so what do we got? 17.5 minutes gone in the last quarter. Just sends a long one inside 450. Wareham goes. Robbie Allen flies. Mopping is Joel Smith. Wareham's down behind play. Have a look on that, Aiden, as they bring it back in. Ooh, yeah. Robbie Allen brings it in, and going back is Bourne. He mops it up, and then tries to just chip a kick, but then puts it out of bounds in the full. So Woori will regain, and it's in my blind spot. Here you go, Aiden.
Gee, yeah, that was disappointing from Bourne. Not a lot of pressure, and just absolutely shanked the kick. And Cody Basoli, the Woori captain's got ball in hand, and he's received a 25-metre penalty, so he can have a shot at goal. Yeah, disappointing result that for Gembrook Cockatoo. And Basoli just got a few choice words there for the Gembrook Cockatoo bench, who must be giving him a little bit. And here might be his chance for a captain's goal, Basoli. So Volta wasn't able to kick one down the other end. Basoli's got his chance. He's passed off a couple of times, but you may as well go back and kick it. You're 51 points ahead. There's nothing more to do. In he comes. He pushes it out to the right. It's not going to come back. Oh, might just fall short. There might still be a chance for the Tigers. Lesky under all sorts of pressure. They've got to try and get it over here to Gembrook Cockatoo, and they do eventually do just that.
Rush behind.
Yep, that's it. It is a rush behind. So 52 points the margin. It is now 5-9-39 to Gembrook Cockatoo. Trailing Woori Yallock 13-13, 91. And 19 minutes are now gone into the final quarter as the Brookers look to bring the ball back into play. So long kick out of the defensive 50. Looking for Shepherd. Getting to the front was Lindgren for Woori Yallock. Bourne taken in the tackle right away from Williams. And we will have a stoppage 60 metres out from Woori Yallock's goal. So been a strong performance by the Tigers today. They'll continue their unbeaten run. Up it goes. Munkhorst against Shepherd. Munkhorst just smashes it forward. Interesting looking bounce there. Thompson got it away to Smith, and Smith on the left boot has... Oh, no one communicating there. Ryan couldn't keep it in place. It'll be a boundary throw in. Just got to talk to each other there, do the Gembrook defenders. Both players just looked at each other and no one attacked it. So once again, it's Calvert, I think this time, is going to do the ruck duties for Gembrook Cockatoo. And he will be up against Shepherd. So Calvert to the front, or Shepherd in the end gets his way to the front. There's a free kick for high contact. And it will go the way of Jake Calvert. So an opportunity for the big man here, who's just kicked the one goal on the afternoon so far.
We are in red time as well.
Yes, we are. So 20 minutes have ticked over. And Jake Calvert with an opportunity from 25 out on a bit of an angle. But shouldn't have too many problems from this spot, if he kicks truly so. Very slow, deliberate approach to get the margin back out to 58 points. And that does the job just fine. So Calvert puts it through for his second goal of the afternoon. Woori Yallock 14-13, 97. Now lead Gembrook Cockatoo 5-9, 39. And we've been going 20 and a half minutes into the final quarter.
If they bring it back into the mill now, the margin's just getting a bit out of hand now, Aiden. 58.
Yeah, no, that's it. Got a couple of late goals here, Gembrook Cockatoo, but yeah, Woori certainly stamping their authority here.
So what's that? 21 minutes gone. It's getting very dark. The umpire's talking about something. I think just reassuring his dominance, I think, Aiden. Time back on. Ball's thrown up. Monkhorst grabs it out of the ruck. Tackle straight away by Shepherd. Ball's brought into play, looking for Neil, and he's taken it. Schultz on the mark, just telling him where to stand is Neil. He's probably going to wheel around and look to play on a part. He's told to play on. He's running himself into a bit of trouble here. Brings it out to the other side. Has a couple of players here. Can he get a mark taken? No, but Williams does as well and puts it inside forward. 50 can a mark be taken here. Monkhorst. Jeez, he's done that well today, pushing it hard into forward line to get forward kick goal. He's only kicked the one. But I believe he's going for his third shot on goal. Yeah, he's hit the one goal for the day. And probably dominated a lot of the ruck today, Aiden. Oh,
he's been brilliant. And he's rucked all day too, Trent. Only the odd one maybe deep in the forward or defensive line that he hasn't taken, but taken everything else.
Yeah, his fitness is just to another level, and he's a contested ball, gets a lot of clearances and touches around the ground as well. Kicked on his way by Monkhorst, and he's kicked through his second. Well-deserved 2 goals for Monkhorst. Probably been one of the better plays for Woori Yallock on the ground today as well.
Well, he's a gun player, Trent, and you can see how he's the son of Damien Monkhorst as well. He's brilliant in the ruck, and as you say as well, Trent, he's brilliant around the ground. He gets plenty of the ball. He's a superstar player of the competition, and he's been a big difference as to why Woori Yallock are going to come home with a very strong win here today. So it's 64 points the margin in our match of the round. 22 and a half minutes have now elapsed into the final quarter.
I think I heard, did Damien Monkhorst only stop playing recently? Yeah. He was coaching a bit. Like he stopped playing. I think I heard
he was playing last decade.
50 or something.
He was playing last decade. That's for sure. I don't think a couple of years before I think COVID ended, but he was going for a long time as Damien Monkhorst.
Yeah, I heard it on some news or a podcast. He was going to his late 40s and early 50s.
Exactly. So Simpson kicks down to Neil. That's a good mark taken as well by Josh Neil. And they're not done yet, Woori Yallock, and this is what you like to see. They're really putting the foot on the throat of Gembrook Cockatoo. But now the Brookers do have an opportunity to counter-attack, but Frito just couldn't get under his control. He does now. Gets around a couple of Woori defenders and chips it short and finds Frizzetto. Frizzetto. Long kick down the line, looking for Tilly, who's got it. And Tilly, he's got Trot all on his own, and he kicks it to him, and Trot takes an easy uncontested mark, and he should go back and kick this. So just as I said, they were putting the foot on the throat. They probably just took the foot off the pedal there a little bit, didn't Woori Yallock, and probably a bit too easy there for Gembrook Cockatoo. But when you're 64 points ahead, it probably doesn't matter all too much in the end. So Trot from directly in front, about 25 out. In he comes. And he puts it straight over the goal umpire's cap. So there's another goal for Gembrook Cockatoo. 6-9-45 now, the Brookers. Trailing Woori Yallock 15-13, 103. Been a very strong performance still by the Tigers, but just getting a couple back late are the Brookers.
Yeah, they're really putting some late goals in. It was good to see. Not going out without a fight. No,
that's it. They're not giving it away just yet, Trent, but yeah, not a lot of time left. All quarters are gone, just over 25 today, and we're at the 24-minute mark just now.
And it comes back in now. It's crowd getting amongst it now. Ball's thrown up. Marshall very monk horse. Marshall does well to get to front position, then grabs it, gets the handball out. And now they move it forward. This is through Woori Yallock. They get to Williams. Williams gets the handball out. Finds Spencer. Spencer puts it wide, looking for Thompson. Thompson puts one down the line. Muir flies high. Looks to push forward late in the game. Muir try and snag a goal. But it's going to be a free kick. It's going to come back to Weller. Weller now brings it inside for Rito. Kicks it over the top. Now they look to move it forward, put it inside forward, looking for Wareham. Can he work back? Gets hands to it, unable to finish the mark, and they go in hard. And here's the tackle pressure again from Woori Yallock. We've seen it all day on display. It's been magnificent. This is why they're one of the top clubs in this competition, is they can damage you on the scoreboards around the ball, but most importantly, damage you with their tackle pressure at all ends of the ground. As the ball's thrown up, Wareham doing some ruck work, goes really early, again goes in and gets a handball out, mopping it up and clearing the kick out Woori Yallock. Neil's there, can he fly? No, he nudged out with Harvey Smith, and Weller takes the intercepting mark, punching that with Spencer, but could get one out the back here to Kemper, but he's tackled straight away. What's that, 26 minutes gone? It kicked on its way, and it's going to be a minor score. Didn't quite get who that was, did you, Aiden?
I think it was Kemmer again who just got into the pack there. But no, you're absolutely right there, Trent, with Woori Yallock. Defensive efforts are very good, and that's what they do really well more than anything. They restrict you, and they don't allow you a lot of free play. So Jep Kemmer just across the face there, and Woori continuing down the other way, Trent.
Yeah, Woori bring it back in, but it's intercepted by Schultz. And he brings it back into play. And they look to go back here. They'll probably use Arnold over the top. Basoli, Willie. He uses Neil instead, so it goes more direct. Neil brings it in short. Probably didn't read the lead of Arnold very well. In fact, it was Monkhurst, but picking it up there and kicking it on the way there was Thompson. It's going to go through for a minor score for Kane Thompson.
Yeah, it's just across the face then. Yeah, you're right. Trent Arnold was free for a lot of that bit of play and just had the invisible cloak on. Just no one spotted him. I thought Basoli for sure would have handballed to him, but they go to the outer side of the ground now.
Siren just seconds away.
No, it has to be. This is the longest quarter so far. Trent, 27 minutes have gone, and they've only been 25 minutes so far today. So Gembrook Cockatoo still pressing. Still maybe a chance for one last goal, and Wareham with a big fly and takes the mark. So still going. Been a bit of an almost day for Miles Wareham. He spots up Weller, but Weller couldn't take the mark he probably should have taken, and there's a free kick in the middle of the ground. And umpire, I think it is going to go to Woori Yallock, so Blakey Muir tried to take off with it, but the umpire said no, it's got to come back.
Joel Smith.
And that's right, Joel Smith with ball in hand. Just chips it across, and I think they're just going to play keepings off now, Woori Yallock. They don't need to do anything more today. Don't need to risk an injury. Take the 58-point win, and Smith, he'll just chip it back to Williams. Williams has just dropped the mark. I think the umpire paid it prematurely. Back to, that was Joel Smith. On to Harvey Smith. Harvey chips it, and it's just fallen short, I think, of Robbie Allen, has it? No?
No, marked.
Long kick down the line, so now they are going to press. Jakey Calvert, was he pushed? Yes, he was, yep. And so he's going to get it back, Jakey Calvert.
There's a siren as well.
There is a siren, so he will have a shot after the siren. Will Jake Calvert can potentially make it a 64-point margin, but either way, it's been a very strong performance here by Woori Yallock today, in the clear better side for most of it. It was a pretty good fight from Gembrook Cockatoo in the first half, but they just weren't able to go with him in the second half, and the Tigers will stay undefeated. Long kick from Calvert, and I think he's got the trip, has he? No, it's just going to fall short. So final scores here in the match of the round between Gembrook Cockatoo and Woori Yallock sees the Tigers 15-14, 104. They have defeated Gembrook Cockatoo 6-10-46. A very strong performance here today by the home side, who go 8-0 into the long weekend. So very